My name is Stephen Reff, and I'm an economics lecturer at the University of Arizona in the economics department. I came to Tucson in 1975 when it was a relatively small, sleepy college town. And now we hit over 1 million people just in 2007. It's gone down a little bit in this recent recession. And the first challenge, even back in 1980, was the growth and how it was growing. And as you grow, it begins to cost you more with sewer lines and electrical lines and fire protection and police protection. My feeling, because I've lived here for so long, is as we started to grow and build roads farther and farther out, the roads farther out, if you go to the northwest side of Tucson, the roads are in better shape because they're newer roads. And I don't think we did a good enough job preparing for the growth and being able to maintain the current roads that we have. That's why you always hear people complaining about the potholes and the bumps and the cracks and everything that we have within inside of Tucson. You're down by the university. The obvious construction has been the modern streetcar, and that's been going on along with all the other growth of the new, private dormitories that are going up down there. But in another 10 or 15 years, kids from the U of A, they won't be hopping on the modern streetcar. In fact, I'd even say within 10 years, you'll see right now kids are skateboarding, the bicycles, they have other forms of transportation, and I think that transportation will get better. It seems to me almost like the city officials haven't traveled outside this little box of Tucson and seen how other cities have developed and then take the best ideas out there and bring them to Tucson. I think Tucson is really just doesn't know how to prepare for the future. Right now we're in this massive construction mode to fix everything. Well, that should have been done over time. And I think a lot of people are frustrated.
I'd say it's developing at a slower pace than it has. We've had some real intensive periods of growth. The type of growth we're experiencing now is more infill growth, a little bit more high-rise. Student housing, for whatever reason, has been one of the leaders. And of course, we had the big problem with the economy in 2008, where things really slowed down, where nobody was coming in to get permits. It was at a trickle. Approximately 2010, we got money from the federal government that really triggered the construction project. It was part of the stimulus package, if you will, and it was a shovel-ready project. Already been approved pretty much by the community in a 2004 vote of the Regional Transportation Authority. So we're just waiting for the amount of funds to make it happen. And also we're talking to the public as to what they think are in the best interests of their area where they live, or what, as a community member, they think is good to occur along the streetcar route. It started happening, started construction. The question that the mayor and council started asking was, well, okay, now we've got this streetcar coming, a 3.9-mile streetcar starting at Speedway and Campbell, basically going through the university along University Boulevard, down 4th Avenue, down Congress Street, makes a left at Grande, goes along Cushing Street, along a new Cushing Street bridge that was built to take it to the other side of the river, to an area we call the Mercado District. So where I come in is the mayor and council also wanted to have a project that re-examined what was going on along the streetcar route. Did we have the correct kind of land uses that would support a transit population that would actually ride the streetcar? It's between the two major regional activity centers of the city, the university, which in a daytime is a 50,000 population small town, if you will, in its own, and then the downtown, which is the government and banking center of the city. So we don't expect it to really be running, at least for another year, and it may be longer depending on when we get the streetcars. But within a year or so, we should have the streetcar running, and we'll be able to see if all this student housing growth, they're going to use the streetcar or not.